What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Hollywood Floss, the worst producer of all time, back with another video. And today we have another episode of Beat Breakdown. Y'all seem to like it. I enjoy it. And on this Beat Breakdown, we're breaking down Megan Thee Stallion's debut album, Good News. Yes, it is finally here after trials and tribulations, starts and restarts, freestyles, news, media, TMZ, gunshot wounds, he say, she say, whatever's going down in her life. We finally got the debut album, Good News. Now, does it disappoint? Or does it go to the highest level? We shall see. As you know, on Beat Breakdown, we only break down just the beats. We're not talking about the lyrics, not talking about the songs. We just talk about the beat and occasionally the flow and if it works, okay? And we're on the 4-star system. 4 stars means it's incredible. I wish I made it as a producer. 1 meaning it is just trash. Why did they put this on this album? 2 is the average. It's okay. It's solid. 3 means it's dope. Okay, and we got some half stars in there as well, just to help out the rating system, because sometimes it is a little bit of gray area. Okay, but before we kick it off, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get every single video I'm sending you guys. We're finna go on overdrive. The rebrand is real. Hollywood Floss, the worst producer of all time. Is that enough? Okay. Follow me on Instagram as well, HWFloss, and BeatStars, HollywoodFloss.beatstars.com. Comment, tell me how trash I am. Tell me how trash my beats are. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Without further ado, we're not going, look, Megan got that Rock Nation behind her, so we're not going to play too much of the song. I don't want to get copyright and shut down and all that, but I got the details right here. I got the notes. Okay. Number 1, shots fired. She opens up to B.I.G's classic Who Shot You. Buddha Bless flipped this, so this set the tone, and of course it addresses the rumor on a hip-hop classic Who Shot You. They sped it up and added a 808 trap type drums. The beat is already classic, so hard to mess this up. I give it a 3 stars. It's really good track, or beat I should say. Shout out to Buddha Bless. Yeah, so she talks about the Tory Lanez and her best friend rumors, what happened that night. And yeah, she doesn't hold back. It's a perfect way to open up an album. Like, dope. 3 stars. Moving on, Cool and Dre. Yo, I really didn't think this was Cool and Dre, but it was Cool and Dre. It was Cool and Dre. And
yeah. Hey.
Yeah, that's all we playing, because we ain't trying to get copyright. No cap, no kizzy. I give this one 2.5 stars. Dope sample flip into like a New Orleans, Miami bounce type of beat. Not great, but not trash either. Far from trash. Cool and Dre on the beat, as I've said. Nice bounce up tempo in the vein of Drake, In My Feelings, Kiki Do You Love Me track. Okay, think about that. It was just a little bit overpowering, and it just wasn't. It didn't really. It was kind of. It was 2.5. That's what I can say about it, all right? Next up, Cry Baby featuring the baby, okay? Simple, straightforward, hard 808 driven, but it gets so repetitive. And it's not even like I need switch-ups like that, but this needed it needed something different, man. Melody is like a whiny singer. I don't know why or somebody whistling or something. I don't know what it was. It was pretty bland, okay? Beat would work in a strip club, though. So we got to give it some stars for that. I give it 1.5, fringe upon 2. 1.5 fringe upon 2. And DA got that dope is a hell of a producer. It's just this one just fell short. Sometimes, dope people make bad tracks, and it is what it is. But these are by far talented people. All right. Do It on the Tip. Lil Ju comes in. If you don't know who Lil Ju is part of what makes Meg Thee Stallion work. And she got City Girls on this one. Starts with some Neptunes or some Polo the Don type of drums, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is gonna be dope. Like, it was that old school Polo, like that nice little kick that you would hear with Neptunes and Polo the Don, which is dope to hear in 2020, of course. Bass heavy, nice tempo, open space, minimal beat. They added a cowbell in there. 2.5 stars. This was definitely solid to dope. It was in the middle range. I can't just give it just dope all the way, because it was, it wasn't a lot going on, but it was, it was cool. It was cool. Next up, Sugar Baby, and we're gonna take a listen to a little bit of this one. Sugar Baby. Oh man, if you was in the club, some of y'all wasn't outside, some of y'all wasn't born yet, but if you was in the club when that Webby came on, you know about this bad bitch sample flip with the harder 808. I had to give it 2.5 to 3 stars. I don't know if I should, if 3 for the reminiscent, you know, just for me to reminisce. It took me there, but 2.5 because it's not really that original. It's kind of like the same beat. They really didn't do it. They added a couple sounds in the background, but if you've heard Webby's Bad B beat, you've heard this beat. So I was like, do I give it a 3? My old club days was giving it a 3, but my new producer days is giving me a 2.5 because it really was like the same beat. All right. And something interesting to note, Mike Dean did the mastering on this. You know, I wondered did he clean up or add anything to these tracks. Okay, one track that you will be hearing on the radio, I don't, this gonna be a good or bad thing. It's Movie featuring Little Durk. Okay, let's play a little bit of that. Hey. That's all I'm gonna play for that because that's basically the beat throughout the whole song. Take Heat comes in what he does best with the 808 and hard drums, smooth barrel, saw lead as a melody, complements the track. Reminds me of a 2020 kind of Little John type of beat, simple and to the point with the 3-note lead. You know, sorry about that, but that's how it sounds. I gave it 2 stars. It was solid, you know, but I can see how it being simple, how people are gonna gravitate to it. Okay. Freaky Girls comes in at number 7. I love the Adina Howard flip. If you don't know who Adina Howard is, I will be until the dawn. Y'all too young for that, man. Love the synth bass on this. Juicy J, who I thought did great on this project. When he comes in and fills in, I think he did great. Okay, main drums and percussion, good tempo. Pop that P vocal chops in the background, adds to the track. Good track, Juicy J. I'm a fan. Even got the signed lead from the OG song right, but they replayed it. You can tell they replayed it, and it's a little bit different, but they got all the notes right. 2.5 to 3 stars, and this is the same thing. It's kind of the same track with a little bit of flip, so it's kind of like, do I give it a high-end spectrum or do I just leave it in the middle? And I just left it in the middle. Here's the song that that's pretty much going viral right now. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. This is G-Eazy and ASAP No Limit, but for the women's side, it looks like it samples which is a 3-6 Mafia sample, by the way. It's crazy energy on track. Like, it will get you doing this. Like, no questions asked. Once again, Lil Ju uses the drums and percussion. He's a master at the strip club, hard trap drums and percussion with the hard drilling 808s to carry the track. 2.5 stars. It's simple but infectious. It's the same beat, basically, as No Limit with G-Eazy and ASAP. So, I mean, I'm penalizing them like half points for that. What's new? Okay.
Look, better than your favorite bad bitch turned to
The energy, I will say, on this album is infectious, and it is high tempo. Sans a couple of tracks. Okay, menacing drums and stab. This is where the album starts to take off with the 3 stars and possibly 4 stars. Drill type bass, hard track, 3 stars, nice whistle for melody. It was legit. Here, and my favorite track probably is Work That. Another Juicy J represented track. Juicy J samples Juvenile Rodeo. Take me back to 2004 through 2006. You're gonna hear this song. I had to get this one 4. I don't know if I was reminiscing too much, but pretty brown, love you round down. Welcome to the rodeo. Like, it was just too. Woo. I was reminiscing booty and AKAs and deltas everywhere. Classic 3-6 drums, up tempo stripper workout beat. Yes. Number 11, Intercourse. Hey, man, I usually don't like the Afro beats like that because I think they are forced by American artists. But this one was dope, dog. Shout out to DJ Mustard. Like, let's play. Like, it was mixed well. It sounded good. It must be a requirement. Dog, it must be a requirement to add world Afro beats to an album. I've heard the Lox do it on their album. The one I did with Dave East, he did it on his recent album. But this is a vibe though, nice and smooth, reverse type melody with good drum rhythms, dope subtle drums and bells. Sounds mesh well. Smooth bass, can hear this on radio. Like if they're gonna move Body's the viral hit, they're probably gonna work with Movie. I want to hear Intercourse, especially on my East Coast radios. All right, Mustard did this justice. Shout out to Mustard on this one. Next up is The Funny Go Crazy featuring Hilarious Big Sean and 2 Chainz, and even Megan does some hilarious lines as well. Another sample flipped right. This is definitely Meg sound, old school flips updated with some hyphy New Orleans bounce. Here they sample "You Down with OPP" by Naughty by Nature, and it's sampled into like a Bay Area anthem. The Vox sample the Jackson 5 ABC song. Dope synth bass with an ARP synth pad in the background for extra texture. 3 stars. And if I didn't say it on Intercourse, I gave that 3.5 stars. I couldn't give it more than Work That, but this just little run from 9 through 12 is dope. Okay. Next up is number 13. And why are y'all putting so many songs on this? This could have been really more concise. I figured, just let me A&R y'all. I'm the worst A&R. Let me help you. Don't Rock Me to Sleep. Reminds me of a Doja Cat pop track. I wasn't feeling this one. It's like a 1.5, 2 star. It was a forced attempt to go pop. It was like Pink Print Nicki, but it was Megan. It's cool. I get it. I see the purpose. You gotta try to reach out to, your different fan bases. But man, this just didn't. I don't know. It broke up the rhythm she had going on this album, music wise, beat wise, from the twerk, hyphy vibes. But it sounds like Megan first time trying to do pop. And when you're doing something for the first time, usually you're gonna bump your head. Now, the 6th and 7th time she does pop, she's gonna be the biggest star on earth. But the first time, okay, it needs to be worked on more. Synthwave weekend type of vibe, textures of 80s, 1.5, 2 stars. It's not bad, it's not good. It's like 1.5. Like it was near trash. Like I'm not even gonna play that. Outside, Juicy J takes it back with another R&B sample. This is her sound. I'm telling you, flipping old school to a hyphy R&B or workout heavy type of track. Something in my heart. The old school Dr. Dre with Michelle A. Y'all don't know about that. Google it. This turns into a ratchet and blues in a good way. 3 stars on the track for she definitely came with the raunchy lyrics. It's not about the lyrics, only about the beat. Classic with harder drums. Yeah, it remade the classic with harder drums. Shout out to Juice that he is the MVP of this album. Then we come into like the bonus rounds. 15 Savage remix. I've always liked this. The first time I heard it, I've always liked the beat. The song is kind of long. I like when Beyonce raps, but I've always liked the beat. Strong chord stabs, drive it with thumping drums, and a Vox one shot in the back. Simple, but it works. I've always liked the Savage remix. Just too long. And then we got number 16 on the board. Girls in the Hood, Always Hard. How can you go wrong with the flip she did? Like she really, I don't know if it was Tory Lanez influenced with the sample flips, but it's on point and it's her style. She needs to do that and the workout songs from now on. Girls in the Hood is Always Hard. 2.5 to 3 stars. Scott Storch takes the classic Boys in the Hood. I really can't say it's a flip. It's kind of the same beat like earlier on with the Bad B type of track, but it's 2020, different type of mix, but jamming nonetheless. Okay, 2.5, 3 stars. And Don't Stop, which I've heard in some stores on the mall. Buddha Bless comes in with like a Yeezus type of lead synth melody, big drums with hunting pads in the back, giving a menacing but radio sound. This is a perfect lesson that less is more for you producers out there. 2.5 to 3 stars again. Only really like 2 just bad tracks or low stars on this one that I can think of. That's the Don't Rock Me to Sleep pop track, and then the Cry Baby type track with the baby. And I love the baby. It just didn't work on this one. But anyways, what do you think? And what should I review next? It's Beat Breakdown. This was Megan Thee Stallion's Good News. It's Hollywood Floss, the worst producer of all time. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on my journey as I get into this music industry. Yeah, I like the album. People are gonna say it's not her. I don't know what her is, because this is good. This is Meg. For the most part, she should trim it down, stick to the 12 range, give me them bangers, and give me them sample flips, and she's still gonna go far. Work on the pop side, Megan. You'll get better at it. But I was feeling this. What do you think? Leave some comments. Tell me how much you hate me. All of that. It's Hollywood Floss, the worst producer of all time. Signing off. Beat Breakdown.